We are joined now by a man who was honored earlier this week by the Big Ten. They're cheering for you, Coach.
That's amazing.
Wasn't that good timing?
That might be a sympathy cheer. I don't know.
No, come on. The Hayes Schembechler Coach of the Year, the Dave McClain Coach of the Year, winning both the media and coaches honor. Congratulations, Penn State Coach Bill O'Brien. And, Coach, first of all, as you look back on what was a most unusual year, you got a little closure on it this past week.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, it was a great bunch of people at Penn State that were involved in a great year and a good start to a new era of Penn State football. It starts with the players. They went out and practiced and played hard every week, and the coaching staff really worked at it every single week, and we came together well as a coaching staff. And then you always have to mention the administrative staff. The behind-the-scenes people did an excellent job for the first year of a new era of Penn State football.
Well, Bill, congratulations, and you sure came a long way from when I was out there for your spring game. I can tell you that. But you mentioned people. Two players come to mind. Michael Motti, Mike Zordich. What kind of leadership did they provide for you?
Well, from day one, Coach, they were excellent leaders, and they were a part of a 30-person senior class that just did an excellent job and bought into everything that we asked them to buy into right from day one. And, you know, this summer I watched Motti and Zordich and Hodges and Hill and McGloin and all those guys work extremely hard, and the younger guys followed their lead. So you really can't say enough about those two guys. And those two guys, to me, it's special because they're Penn State guys. Their fathers were great players at Penn State, so it was fun to watch them play.
Coach, congratulations on Coach of the Year.
Thank you, Coach.
You never know how many games you're going to win year to year, but you do know when you connect with a team, and you do know when you're going to have a great effort every week, and that was obvious watching your team play. Was there some time in the season where you went back in your office and said, these guys are together?
Yeah, there was a definite time after the Virginia game. We came back from Virginia. We were 0-2, and I was concerned. You know, I was concerned about the team and where they would be on Monday, and they came back on that Monday and practiced extremely hard, and I knew right then that we had a bunch of guys that wanted to win.
Coach, you coached against both of these teams.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Nebraska particularly. From a pass game standpoint, what's the best way to attack them?
Well, they do a great job with their secondary of really hitting your receivers and trying to throw off your timing. You know, Bo's got an NFL background. He does an excellent job of scheming up you on a week-to-week basis. So what you see on film, you may not get the week that you play him. And they're a physical team, and they're a very difficult team to go against, obviously. And, you know, we'll see how it goes tonight for them.
Bill, you've been around a long time. Let's talk about Wisconsin for a second.
Yep.
They're down to the third quarterback in Kurt Phillips, a young man that has 3 ACLs. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
No, we you know, I've been down to the number 2 guy, obviously, up in New England when we had Matt Castle in 08, but not the number 3 guy. But I'll say this about Kurt. You know, I think he's a poised guy. I think he's a smart guy, and he led him down the field last week to tie the game late. It's a heck of a drive by him, so I'm sure he'll go out there tonight and play well.
Coach, we've talked a lot this week about what's it like playing a team twice, and it doesn't happen as much in college, but you've had great experience in the NFL with it. What can these staffs get from the first game that they could bring in this evening?
Yeah, it's very difficult, Coach, to play a team twice. In New England, we played the Jets 3 times one year in the playoffs and twice during the year. It's not an easy thing. You've got to try to break tendencies early in the game. You know, they're studying you as much as you're studying them, and it's difficult. So it'll be interesting to see the beginning of the game, you know, what each team tries to do on both sides of the ball and on special teams to throw the other team off.
Coach, I'm not going to ask you to pick who's going to win this game, but what I will ask you is, what are some of the keys for the winner? What is the winner going to have to do?
Well, I can tell you with both these teams, I think they're both very physical teams. I think it'll be important to see how Wisconsin runs the ball, how well they can run the football, how well Nebraska can stop the run, and then how well does Taylor Martinez play. The guy's an excellent player. He's had a great year for him. He's an athletic guy, and it'll be interesting to see if Wisconsin can hold him in check.
Hey, Bill, I know you still have a couple hurdles to get over at Penn State, but as you walk into this venue tonight, do you dream about leading the Nittany Lions onto this field for a championship game?
Yeah, there's no question, Coach. You know, there's a little frustration there, you know, that you look out in this venue and what this game's going to be like tonight and know that you can't be here for another 3 or 4, 4 years, actually. You can't be eligible to play in this. But, you know, that's life, and life is about overcoming adversity, and we got a bunch of great kids back in State College that are already working at it, finishing up with final exams and working in a weight room. So we'll be here eventually someday.
You were on the road Wednesday and Thursday. How are you being received on the recruiting trail?
That's been the most impressive thing to me in the offseason as I was out Wednesday and Thursday in Pennsylvania and a couple other spots, Maryland and D.C., and the reception was great. You know, the high school coaches, the prospects out there, there's a ton of interest in Penn State, and, you know, I think it's going to go well for us.
What are the next steps for Penn State moving forward now?
Well, you know, we have to do a great job in recruiting, Howard. We can only sign 15 guys, and so we can't – nobody can be perfect, but we're going to really strive to do that. We can't have a lot of mistakes. We have to really do a good job with the 15 scholarships that we sign, and then we have to do a great job with our run-on program in Pennsylvania, getting run-ons here to play well for us.
Well,
run-ons.
Maybe you can find one like Howard Griffin.
I'm telling you what, I'll take a million Howard Griffins.
Back this before they invented the run-on.
Oh, I know.
Howard was a walk-on. Bill O'Brien,
You got it.
head coach at Penn State. Hey, congratulations on a fantastic year, and thanks for spending a little bit of your weekend with us.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thanks.
For Bill O'Brien, an amazing season, of course, amidst the turmoil. So significant that Penn State will forever commemorate the year, the 2012 sign on the press box in State College